Everyone, welcome to this video lecture. Myself M. Krishna, working as assistant professor in EEE department, St. Peter's Engineering College. In this video, I am going to explain Kirchhoff's laws. These are the basic electrical engineering laws. So one is Ohm's law, Kirchhoff laws, voltage division rule, current division rule, and some theorems. These are the basic topics which we need to learn for the next semesters. To know the topics which are there in the next semester, to understand them, these laws are very important. So we'll see the Kirchhoff laws. Kirchhoff laws are two basically. They are Kirchhoff's first law, current law. The other name is KCL, Kirchhoff's current law. The second law is the voltage law, Kirchhoff's voltage law. We'll see these two one by one. Kirchhoff's first law. Kirchhoff's first law is a Kirchhoff's current law. See here, it is very clearly given in the statement. KCL states that the total current or charge entering into a junction or a node is exactly equal to the charge or current leaving from that node. So we can also state this KCL in other words, that is, currents entering into the node is equal to the currents leaving from that node. And this KCL works on the principle of law of conservation of charge. How much charge is going to be generated must be utilized. In the same manner, this law is working. We can able to see the details about the KCL. That is, look at this diagram. See, there is one node or junction. Node or junction is a point where two or three branches are going to be meet. In this diagram, we can able to see there are 5 branches. In the 5 branches, 3 currents are entering, but 2 currents are leaving from that node. We can say this is I1 entering current, I2 entering current, I3 entering current, but this I4 and I5, 2 currents are leaving from that node. When you apply KCL for this node, then that is I1 plus I2 plus I3 minus I4 minus I5 is equal to 0. This we can say the summation of total currents at a node is equal to the 0. Otherwise, entering currents I1 plus I2 plus I3 is equal to the leaving currents I4 plus I5. Next we will see KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. It is very clear from this statement. In any loop or loop network, the total voltage around the loop is equal to the sum of the voltage drops within the same loop. We can also state this KVL in other words. The sum of all the voltage drops around the loop is equal to the 0. And this KVL works on the principle of law of conservation of energy. So we can able to see the diagram here. With this diagram, we can explain very clearly. This is a loop. Loop contains of 4 resistors. There are 4 points we can say A, B, C, D. In this 4 points there is one loop formed, closed loop is formed. There is one current is flowing inside the loop. So the voltage drop across resistor connected between AB is VAB, and the voltage drop across resistor connected between BC is VBC, and the voltage drop across resistor connected between C and D is VCD, and the resistor connected between D and A, the voltage drop is VDA. When we apply KVL to this loop, that will become VAB plus VBC plus VCD plus VDA is equal to 0. These are all voltage drops. If suppose any voltage source is presented in the loop, then the voltage rises is equal to the all voltage drops. Suppose only one voltage source is there along with the 3 resistances. If suppose we are connecting this across this AD, one voltage source replacing this resistance, then that will become voltage source is equal to the drops, all these 3 drops, like this 3 drops. We'll take one example and we'll get it very clearly. So there is one electrical network in which there are 2 sources. V1 is 10 volt, V2 is 20 volt, and I1 is the current flowing in the branch R1, where R1 is 10 ohm, and this is R2 20 ohm, R3 40 ohm. The currents are I2, I3, I1. Find the current flowing in the 40 ohm resistor, that is R3. The current flowing through this resistor I3 must be find out using KVL and KCL. So it is very clear. The circuit has 3 branches, A, B, and 2 independent loops. This is one independent loop, this is another independent loop, one common loop, this is a common loop, big one. Using Kirchhoff current law, we can write the equations. When you apply KCL at node A, that is this point, this current is entering and this current is entering, but this I3 current is leaving. So entering currents is equal to the leaving currents. Then I1 plus I2 is equal to the I3. I1 plus I2 is equal to the I3. When we apply KCL at node B, this I3 is entering, but this I1 is leaving, see the direction, and I2 is also leaving. Thereby at node B, when you apply KCL, I3 is equal to the I1 plus I2. This both indicating the same. So using Kirchhoff voltage law, loop 1, when you apply KVL to the loop 1, we are getting one equation, that is V1 is equal to the voltage drop across R1 plus the voltage drop across R3. We'll see that. See this. 10 volt is equal to R1 I1 plus R3 I3. That is 10 I1 plus 40 I3. Next, loop 2. This is independent loop, loop 2. When you apply KVL to this loop, that will become 20 volt is equal to the voltage drop across R2, that is 20 ohm into current I2, and R3 into I3 current. R3 is 40 ohm into I3. See this. When you apply KVL to loop 2, then 20 is equal to R2 I2 plus R3 I3, that is 20 I2 plus 40 I3. So big loop, common loop, loop 3 is given as. So this is the common loop, big one. When you apply KVL to this loop, we are getting equation like this. 10 volt minus 20 volt is equal to 10 I1 minus 20 I2. As we know from the KCL, I3 is equal to the I1 plus I2. Just replace that I3 in these two equations with its value I1 plus I2. Then we are getting equations like this. 10 is equal to 10 I1 plus 40 of I1 plus I2. This is the value of equation for I3. Then it is equal to 50 I1 plus 40 I2. Equation number 2, this equation is going to be modified as 20 is equal to 20 I2 plus 40 of I1 plus I2. This can be rewritten as 40 I1 plus 60 I2. So these two are equations we have, and there exist only two unknowns. I1 and I2 are the unknowns. Two equations, two unknowns. When you apply the matrix formula to find out I1 and I2, we will get I1 as minus 0.143 amp, I2 as 429 amps. As we know from KCL, I3 is equal to I1 plus I2. I3 is the current which is flowing through the R3 resistance, that is 40 ohm resistance. Then current flowing in resistance R3 is given as I1, that is minus 0.143 plus I2 0.429, which is equal to 0.286 amp. Here the minus indicating the direction of current which we are taking is in opposite direction. So that's why we are getting negative value. Applications of Kirchhoff laws. These applications are many for Kirchhoff laws, but I am just mentioning two where we are using more and more these Kirchhoff laws. The Kirchhoff current law, the Kirchhoff voltage law, both are used to calculate the various voltages and currents circulating around a linear circuit. Linear circuit means there exist linear elements RLC. If it is a series RLC circuit, we are using Kirchhoff laws to find out the voltage across every element, current through the every element. We can also use the Kirchhoff laws to calculate the currents in each independent loop, which helps to reduce the amount of mathematics required. These losses are used to find the current values, voltage values, power, energy. Later on, all these electrical parameters can be easily find out without any mathematics required. Thank you for watching this video.